Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's about 12 noon. I'm standing at Ratchet-a-Pisak. That's the Queen Sirikit Convention Center across the street. So right beyond those trees is Benjikiti Park. And at the end there, you can barely make out the Sheraton Hotel. That's the Terminal 21 area in Sukhumvit, and the, the Asolk BTS station and Sukhumvit MRT junction. Well, one train stop away on the MRT, that's where I'm standing, at the MRT Queen Sirikit. I'm gonna jump on the train and head, I think it's 2 stops, to Lumphini, to the new Bank One building, and apparently there's a shopping mall in the complex now. That's what Boone told me, so I'm gonna go check it out. And Lumphini Park's just across the street. It's a nice, easy walk. We're going off in this direction. But yeah, it's kind of the heat of the day. Not even a 5-minute walk from the Lumphini MRT is the Monterey Place. Somewhat affordable option for the area compared to, say, that building with the dome on top. That's the Augustin. That is towards the end of Soy 22. But yeah, it's a pretty expensive option in the area. Everything's kind of expensive around here, but you'll find some that are cheaper than others. And 5 minutes later, we've arrived the 2 stops up at Lumphini. Another train etiquette is make your way to the door when it's your next stop. Don't wait till the train pulls up and then start running from the middle of the train. The crowd will be pouring in by then. So you will notice that Thai folks, yeah, even in a super busy train, they are edging their way and standing right in front of that door. When it opens, out they go. In come the new people. So don't go against the grain there. Also, stay to the right on the escalator if you're going to stand. Run up the stairs on the left side. There's normally 4 exits, sometimes 6 out of the MRT stations. The signage tells us 1B is for the One Bangkok building. These gates are a little temperamental when you're pushing a suitcase, so use the handicapped exit here on the left. That gives you a 5-second count or more or longer. If you have a large suitcase like this lady, she buzzes in, those things open and close in what amounts to be 2 seconds. So if you're doing a suitcase, that's going to be the body, and that thing's going to shut right on your thighs. We also have maps in all the areas of the major attractions in the area. You can see Lumphini Park is here, and this whole One Bangkok. Off the top of my head, it's 5 different towers, I think. I'm not positive. I know one of them will eventually be the tallest building in Bangkok. I think it's still under construction, at least the top floors. I think this is Wireless Road. You'll find the U.S. Embassy down the way, and if you keep, it's not a long walk, maybe from here, I'll say less than 1 mile, and you're down in the is that Ploen Chit Road? It's basically Sukhumvit, but Sukhumvit starts at Soy 1 in the Nana, and when you go off in the other direction towards Paragon, it becomes Chit Lom Road, Ploen Chit Road, and then it turns into one of the Ramas. And in between here and there, just a string of embassies, including the U.S. Embassy, the Embassy of Vietnam, the U.S. Ambassador's residence. It's a nice street. And they call it Wireless Road because where the Bangkok One is now located was the first radio tower, I think 1920 in Bangkok, hence Wireless Road. And I have only been to this One Bangkok when it was under construction, but it looks like we are going directly into the building off this 1B exit. They do a pretty good job of getting you from the train into these major buildings. And up one escalator. And then we are on, I think this is the B1 floor. I'm not sure. One Bangkok Tower 3, One Bangkok Tower 4. This is the B1 parade level. Yeah, I'm learning the this new mall as I go. And this seems to be where to come for coffee. I see Starbucks, Tim Horton, Cafe Amazon, 3 or 4 others, all next to each other. I am heading up from the B1 level. Again, I'm just looking around. I'm not even sure if this is the mall. Don't know. So we're now on the G floor, which I'm assuming is ground. Here's a Foot Locker. This appears to be the end of this building anyhow on the right. I see some large lines up topside there, but it is lunch hour. And I see a lot of things happening down this way. So let's go take a look. I'll say half the stores are open. Here's a Birkenstock off to the right. Need those sandals. Right next to the Foot Locker. I'm gonna walk out here and see if this is wireless or Rama 4. We're on the corner. Yeah, I can't really tell. I'm about 90% sure this is the Rama 4. The One Bangkok complex and all its towers. And you can see they are still building. So I'm not sure what tower I did. I just walked out right there. It says parade. Pretty sure if we go up, way up in the distance, you can see traffic heading off to the right. I think that is where Wireless Road starts. So Lumphini Park would be back on the other side of the building this way. Or buildings. Many towers, but I'm going to get back into the air conditioning. Something is going on here. There's all kinds of photographers, and there's 100 people behind me. I just kind of walked up to the front. They might boot me out here in a minute. It's probably some kind of movie star or something, but they are all waiting for somebody. Yeah, Bangkok being a capital city, my girlfriend and I will be walking around and I'll see something like this. So, you know, what are all these people lined up for? And she goes, oh, that's like a Thai soap opera star, you know, making an appearance at whatever shop that was. Was that handbags? I'm not even sure. This is Ice Studio. They'll handle all your Apple needs. Shake Shack. This is the third location I've seen in Bangkok. There's one at the newish, I guess it's a year old now, M-Sphere Mall. There's one at Central World. It's not bad. I'm not a huge hot dog guy, but they probably have the best all beef hot dog. They call it a flat top dog. What is it? 150 baht. That's pretty good. Here's a garment store. Now this, I'm pointing off in the direction of Lumphini Park. Over my left shoulder would be Rama 4, and then straight ahead, if my bearings are correct, is Wireless Road. And with this complex of towers, it takes up more than a city block, maybe 2 city blocks. Oh, travel store. I've now made my way up to the 2nd floor, so we'll walk down here until I see another escalator go up to the 3rd. I'm just taking a look at, well, this is called the Hungry Guide, so this is restaurants, but it says I'm in the Parade. I don't know if that's the name of the mall, the Parade. There's a B1, a G, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I don't see a 4th floor, but then it goes up to the 5th. Bunch of restaurants on the 5th. Seems like more fast food down here. I don't know what that, well, obviously there's a 4th floor, but maybe there aren't dining options on the 4th. I'm gonna head up here, but let's take a peek around the corner. There's an Adidas store. Stella McCartney. And that is looking down to the 1st floor. Dickies. Yeah, it's definitely a multi-use complex. I think ultimately they're going to have the highest tower in town, and I'm sure that will involve the highest rooftop bar and on and on. And I'm going to assume there are condo and business options. Looking out the window here, I'm looking at that tower. It is completely empty, so it's either still under construction or awaiting finishing. And here's the whatever you want to call it, the promenade in between the towers, or one of them. And I see something over there that says that is Tower 4. I'm gonna walk this way. I'm sure there's another escalator over here. Well, here's a Rip Curl shop. I have a few Rip Curl shirts I probably picked up for 15 bucks at Marshalls or Ross in the US. If you want to get a Rip Curl shirt here, $50 US. Now, around the holidays, sometimes they'll do buy one, get one half price, but they're not giving anything away over here, name brand wise. I see an American Tourister luggage store off to my right. Critical Slide. Okay. And the One Bangkok Art Gallery. And I keep seeing the stories on the second floor, but I don't know if that's a restaurant. It's all kinds of hipster shops and place to come by those $250 shoes. These are cool backpacks and city bags, whatever you want to call this. Timbuktu. I think they're based out of San Francisco. I think they're very expensive. Yeah, I'm not really down with a $250 backpack or more. And there's an Only Golf. I'm sure that's one of those video golf training places. And way off in the distance, you can see where we came from. Let me zoom in here. I don't have my glasses on, but I think it's right there, is the Augustin building on Soi 22. I pointed out by the Queen Circuit MRT station. So you could see, it's an easy walk. It's just, why do it in the heat of the day? Jump on the train for 4 minutes. Now this says the Stories 3, so I'm starting to guess in kind of a Terminal 21 vibe. The third floor is called the Stories, where at Terminal 21 it's I don't even know, like the third floor is London, the fourth floor is San Francisco, that kind of thing. Hide and Seek restaurant. I'm gonna go over here to this, it looks like there's a patio area out there, and see if I can have a peek at Lumphini Park. I'm sure it's maybe like a smoking patio. I don't know. I thought I'd be able to get out here, but yeah, I see a set of doors. All right, the doors are locked, but at some point you'll be able to get over to that building, I guess, whatever it is going to be. I see them still doing a little drywalling. But yes, I can confirm that's Lumphini Park. Right there, you can see the clock tower. That is the edge of the park, and then the park goes off to the right. And this looks like a high-end liquor and wine bar and retail vessel. Now, there is an open door here. I'm not too anxious to get out in the heat, but let's see what the patio view is. Well, this is looking off in the direction of Rama 4. And that is Wireless Road. And Lumphini Park off to the right. What is that? I can't tell in the window if it says Wolfgang. Maybe it's a Wolfgang Puck restaurant? I'm not sure. And you can see these towers are still clearly under construction. I don't see cranes on top of them, but just looking in the window, everything's still thrown about. But I no doubt they wanted to get the mall open fast. I'm sure it's a big money maker. Plus, it's the holiday season. In this little section of the mall, the stories, it's only 3 stories. So I'm going to head back over to where that movie star was. That, I believe, was 6 stories of retail. One thing that is immediately nice to me is they've put the escalators together, unlike other malls where up is clear on the other side and you have to walk over here for down. You know, they're clearly trying to wind you through the mall IKEA style, which I get, but having 2 escalators here and 2 escalators on the other side, that sure makes my life easier. So I guess we are now going from the stories back over to the parade, which was 6 stories. This is more a mini mall in between 2 towers. Now I'm back in the parade section and I'm on the 3rd floor. It appears to be all restaurants. Here's a Spanish charcoal grill coming soon. Nice to meet you. Bianca Italian restaurant. Yeah, nothing but food on this 3rd level. I haven't seen an old school kind of cheapy food court. I'm sure there's one in here somewhere for all the office workers and all. People are still lined up down there waiting for whatever the happening is at that, I don't even know what it is, jewelry bag store. Don't know. It's, what is today? Tuesday? Tuesday afternoon at 1. Something's going down. And we're going to head up to the 4th floor. Cafe Chili. And on the 4th floor, it appears to be electronics and phone shops. Here's the True store next to the Samsung. And there's an AIS store. That's who I use for my phone, AIS. But phone uses DTAC, which merged into True. So there's really only the 2 majors now. This Banana's a pretty good electronics store. She bought her Apple Watch in that store, or one of them. Big camera off to the left. You'll find big camera locations all over town. Some are larger than others, but that's the place for top end. You want a DJI drone, although there's DJI stores. There's probably one in here. If you want an official Sony battery or lens, again, you're going to pay 20% more than the US. But I see some sale items here, so maybe you'll get a deal. I have the little DJI, whatever it is. I think I've used it twice. This looks familiar. No, I don't have that fancy controller, but I don't know, my drone is about that size. I just control it with the phone. Whatever they sold for $300 at Costco, that's what I have. And it appears that many businesses are still opening maybe early next year. They do a nice job in Thailand of kind of organizing the food on one level, the electronics on another. Here's a dentist, Bangkok Smile. I go to Bangkok International Dental Hospital. They have a small location in the M Quartier, which is right by my home, but my dentist, who I really like her, she only works at the Soi 2. That's the main dental hospital in Ploen, Chit, right on the edge there of Ploen, Chit and Nana. So I make the small voyage over there twice a year, get my teeth cleaned. But M Quartier is a 10-minute walk or less from my condo. Let's head up to the 5th floor. So there's a few smoothie places. Moo Moo Paradise Restaurant. I haven't seen any signs. Well, here's a whatever this is, with a bunch of Michelin guide recognition. Thai food, obviously, coming soon. I haven't seen any signs of a movie theater. I thought I saw something listed. I'm sure there's a movie theater in this whole complex of towers at some point. I thought I saw something called One Plus Theaters or something along those lines, but I haven't run across it yet. Oh, here we go. Here's the old conveyor belt. I love that. I did a video on the conveyor belt at the Emporium. Most items were 40 or 60 baht, little colored plates, and when you're done, they just come to the table and scan the plates. And there's the sizzler. Very popular all over Thailand. It's not bad. It's not a world-class steak, but it'll do. You're in and out of there for $25 US. Eating steak, anyhow. Yeah, we're still waiting down there for the superstar. I'm sure I'll hear some hooting and hollering when they show up. Hey, there's a Toys R Us. I thought all the Toys R Us went out of business in the U.S. Good to see it over here. Well, I guess the same could be said for Sizzler. Now, here's something called Food Street. I'm guessing that is the food court. Let's walk over there. I don't care, brand new, newest fancy mall, whatever. There's always going to be cheap eats. Yeah, here we go. You're loading up card and then going to the different stalls. So this is on the 5th floor, near the Sizzler. But if you only want to spend 100 baht on lunch, pad thai, all kinds of good stuff. Electronic menu boards. I see a lot of 65, 105, 75, 135. I know Terminal 1 is super popular with their low prices. My girlfriend was telling me the owner of Terminal 21 subsidizes the food court, so that 40 baht item you pay for, it might be 60 or 70 baht here. And as I look at the parade deal here, it does say on the 6th floor is a cinema. And down here, you can buy tickets. Now, there's a guy standing by here to help you. But it looks like you buy your tickets here and then head upstairs to the screens. Cinema 1 through 6. So there's at least 6 screens. Yeah, let's go up and take a peek. And everything is brand new. This EST Est, I think it's kind of like Pepsi, I guess. I don't know the whole story. Maybe somebody can leave a comment. You'll see Coke products everywhere, and you'll kind of see Pepsi. I think it's back now, but I think this Est, something about they used the, or licensed the Pepsi formula, but it didn't catch on. I don't know what. I think some Thai people love it. I know Thai people, kind of like in the U.S., they're either a Pepsi Light or a Coke Zero type person. This says, okay, it just flashed up there. It's some kind of weekday movie special. I'm going to guess it's the first showing of the day. Sometimes the last showing is discounted. But this isn't too bad. Popcorn 190 or 180. Soft drinks 100 baht. Or 90 baht for a smaller size. Yeah, not too bad. I think it's cheaper. The screen right next to my house, the what is it called? The Sin Club at the Emporium. I mean, 6-minute walk from my house, but it's one of the more expensive in town. So I'll oftentimes, again, I could care less about saving 150 baht or whatever it is, but if I have time and I'm usually up for a walk. I might do a little filming along the line. I'll just walk up to Terminal 21, and it's always cheaper there. Plus, they do some pretty good specials. Again, sometimes I just luck into it. If it's either Tuesday or Wednesday, movie day, everything is cheap. The Sin Club, I rarely go to the movie at 11 in the morning, but I'm down for a movie at whatever it is, the 9:55 p.m., and that's oftentimes a discounted rate. Not exactly Toys R Us like I remember. 8 years old in the U.S., that store seemed as large as Costco. It probably wasn't, but it seemed huge. But this is a nice, dedicated toy store. And here you go. That is the, is it 6 towers of the One Bangkok? The largest tower there, I think, still has cranes on it. So I'm not exactly sure when that is going to be complete. And just going by the artist rendering here, I'm assuming they're going to have some kind of rooftop or at least fancy restaurant up there. It may already be there. I don't know. Let's walk into that center courtyard and see if we can get a better vantage point. I think I covered the mall. It's a mall. It's new. I don't know, if I would call it super fancy. Some of the other malls around town, they're just shiny, glittering. But even the new M-Sphere there by my house, or a year-old M-Sphere, it's not fancy. It's almost industrial. No roof, they just kind of made the pipes all open, and it's fine. There's a restaurant, Ginger Farm Kitchen. And it's been about a half hour since I've wandered around, and I don't know if it's some kind of promotion. I assume it's some kind of a movie star or something. The Charles and Keith. Yeah, it's funny. Being the outsider in town, I was at the grocery store. I forget where. I think it was the Gourmet Market in Terminal 21, and there was a huge line of people like this, and I went over there, and it was it was a politician, but a really high up guy. He was talking about the Gourmet Market is the first to sell such and such new melon or something. I don't know, but everybody was interested to hear what he had to say. Again, I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, I see people hustling around. I'm not sure I'm going to wait. It'll be some Thai beautiful people that I don't know who they are, but I'm glad everybody will be happy to see them. And I just talked to the young lady standing in front there. The Shake Shack's actually closed for a private event. It's their soft opening today, so it's just full of Thai people mainly, whoever rented the whole place out. And she says tomorrow, on Thanksgiving Day. Okay, so Thanksgiving Day is the grand opening. All right, hopefully I got that shot. I'm holding it over my head. They seem to like her, but I'm not sure that's the main person they're waiting for. So there you go. I ended up waiting 20 minutes. The curiosity was killing me. Although I did send the picture to my girlfriend of the sign that girl's holding up. She says, I don't know who that is. So who knows? But yeah, all kinds of festivities at the opening month of the mall, and opening month or not, new places are opening daily. So come check it out. The One Bangkok Towers. I guess I'll call it the Parade Mall because I don't know the difference. And I think people are lined up. I think they have a deal where it looks like they're setting up a place to take pictures with these stars. I'm glad everybody's having fun. Now I'm walking outside. I'm calling this a promenade or a courtyard. I'm not sure what it is in between all the towers. And get a better feel for what's happening here. Yeah, like I say, that building I can see is it's obviously built, but it's empty. And I'm trying to figure out which is going to be the highest tower. I don't know. From across the city, like in Bangkok Kitty Park, looking this way, you can tell there's like 3 cranes on top of one of the towers, but standing at the base here, it's hard to figure it out. I'm guessing maybe that one. I don't know. These seem complete, and they don't seem all that tall. Not the tallest in Bangkok anyhow, and I thought that is what they were going for. But I could be wrong on that. Now here's a Porsche dealership. It's fairly common to have a Porsche, Bentley, BMW dealership right in the mall. Well, speaking of which, there's a Bentley. They'll even have the supercars in there, the Lamborghinis and Ferraris. There are some rich people in Bangkok. This is kind of an interesting little outdoor area. Well, this would sure be full of skateboarders in California. But skateboarding is not a crime. Although I would guess they wouldn't appreciate this brand new concrete getting all tore up. But at least they didn't build it with those ugly little skateboarding knobs on there. Prevent people grinding up on there. I think that looks uglier than just a couple little chips in the concrete and people having fun. Nice little water feature. I'm curious what that building is across the way. It has a kind of an art gallery looking vibe. I'm gonna walk over there. And that is the mall I just walked out of. And as I walk to the side, this must be the tower that's going to be the tallest, because it's clearly under construction, where the others seem complete. So there you go. I don't know anything about building a high-rise, but it certainly doesn't look close to being the tallest building in Bangkok. In fact, it's about the same height, or maybe even a little lower than the tower I just walked out of with the mall. And just getting our bearings, on the other side of this building, this tower is Rama 4. And over here, on the other side of these two towers, is Lumphini Park and Wireless Road. And if we spin around, you can't really see it. There's this artwork in the way. But way off in the distance, let me zoom in, you can see the Augustin Tower. It's closer to Rama 4 on Soi 22 than it is Sukhumvit, but that will at least give you a kind of a direction, and the green line would be over here somewhere behind this building. I can't tell what's going on. It looks like they're busy at work doing flooring. There's a kind of a guard or host standing by, and this is Tower 5. Let me walk over there and see what I can see. These ladies are hard at work getting everything in ship shape. Attention to detail. So I'm going to walk straight ahead now. I walked straight into the mall off the MRT at Lumphini. I have gone to Lumphini Park on the MRT before this building existed. So let me get my bearings straight ahead and see where that is. It's just a typical MRT station. But if it's across the street, I might go back into the mall to jump on the train. If it's on this side of the street, I'll just jump on the train here. I'm no expert on Lumphini Park. I've probably been in there a half dozen times, and probably 5 of those times I walked from Benjikiti on the Green Mile. Just a bit of exercise from one park to the other. The one time I did come over on the MRT, I was meeting a buddy there at the park. I couldn't really figure out how to exit the MRT and get into the park. It was across the street, and you had to run across like 5 lanes of traffic. So don't expect to jump off the Lumphini MRT and walk straight into the to the park. At least that was not my experience. So this should be wireless straight ahead, and if I remember correct, well, that's Lumphini, straight across the way there, and the MRT station was over there, MRT Lumphini. Although maybe there was a tunnel that went into the park I missed. The Siloam exit, that will take you straight into Lumphini. I'm just remembering that. Yeah, Siloam straight into Lumphini, but you would think Lumphini would be the way to go, but not so much. And this is looking off in the direction. That must be the Japanese embassy. I see the Japanese flag flying. In fact, I know it is. Right across from Lumphini. And if you see that pointy building off on the right, I believe, if my directions are correct, that is the Conrad Hotel right at the Ploen Chit BTS. And I just talked to that nice gentleman in the vest. He told me this is the 189 condo on the right and the Ritz-Carlton Hotel on the left. So a couple of fancy options. And as we look at the mall, the new exit 1B will take you straight into the mall, but the MRT station, the older one, is across the junction there where you see all this traffic. That's the end or beginning, however you want to look at it, of Wireless Road, and then it tees off into Rama 4, and over in that direction is where the MRT is. So that's that would be foolish from here to run over there. Just go back into the mall. So thanks so much for checking out this new One Bangkok. Is that it? I said Bangkok 1 for the longest time in air, but it's clearly the new One Bangkok Mall and towers and on and on. I'm just learning as I go, checking things out and bringing the camera along. I appreciate you following along with me. There'll be 100 more videos to come. It's my little hobby. I'm out and about looking around, so maybe I'll save you a trip. If a place looks interesting, or maybe I'll take a pass. Okay, now here's a One Bangkok shuttle bus. I don't know where that's going. Maybe to the BTS? Let's see what it says. Oh yeah, it's going to Ploen Chit. I assume Ploen Chit BTS. All right. Well, I'm going to jump on that. Hopefully there's more than one bus for him to get to Ploen Chit. It's going to take a minute. But as efficient as they do things over here, there's probably 4 buses. So right out in front on the wireless roadside is where I saw that shuttle bus. I'll go ahead and hop on it and at least tell you where it took me. Well, there you go. In about 2 minutes, another bus pulled up. BTS Ploen Chit. Bus number 5. And this says the bus runs every 15 minutes from 7 till 10 p.m. Looks like Ploen Chit BTS exit 2. One of my favorite barbecue places, what is it called? Billy's, is right there at the Ploen Chit BTS. Yeah, I'm gonna check this out, and I need to go up in the direction of the green line anyhow. 99% of the time I just make this walk from here over to Ploen Chit, but not in the heat of the day. You really need to pick your spots. I mean, I have personally adjusted my life to heading out at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, maybe even 5, and just being out till midnight when things are 10, 15 degrees cooler. I mean, you can pop out of bed at 5 in the morning and do all your walking around at 7, and that is some of the hottest time of the day when the sun is low like that. Myself, yeah, I'll take a pass. And that other bus was dropping people off, and then it departed empty, but it hasn't even been 5 minutes, and here comes another bus, number 3. Now he's going off too. So 2 buses have dropped people off. I don't know, getting back on schedule or going and plugging it in. I don't know what's up, but yeah, 15 minutes is fine. And if I'm not walking in a situation like this, I'll be on the back of a motorbike. I will go ahead and time it. I am just not a big fan of riding these short distances in a car, a Grab, even this little bus. I'm gonna guess it's gonna take 20 minutes, maybe longer from here to get over there in the traffic, and I could easily make the walk in 20 minutes. But once again, it's pretty hot right now, even in November. I think I failed to mention on weekend and holidays it's 9 till 11 p.m. I didn't catch the hours of the mall. I'm going to assume it opens at 10 in the morning. Every other mall in Thailand seems to open at 10 and close at 10. But this goes to 11 on the weekend, so maybe that's because of the movie theater. I don't know. You'll have to look up the hours. I didn't see them posted anywhere. I'm not sure if the shuttle bus is intended for the workers. I mean, that would be nice, but they don't appear to be very large buses, and I'm sure they would overwhelm that bus, you know, every morning and every evening. So I'm gonna guess it's just for guests of the mall. Again, I don't have any idea. Looks like they have a Jets Fitness. You'll find these all over Thailand. There's a 24-hour Jets. I believe it's a Jets right at the Terminal 21 Asok BTS exit. And as I expected, the bus is brand new, super clean, and it looks like it's going to be well used. So it is 2:20 p.m. I'll go ahead and set the stopwatch. Well, I'm surprised he didn't let her on. He must not have saw her there. So we'll see. Yeah, 2:20 traffic. It's not as bad as 5:20 or 6:20 p.m., but I at least see it flowing on the other side of wireless, but we need to make a U-turn and get over there somehow. And I'm sure everybody assumed, but it is a free shuttle. So it looks like he's heading over here to Rama 4. I don't know why. I guess I was thinking he was going to make a U-turn there and go up Wireless Road. Maybe he still will. I'm not sure. Maybe we're picking up more customers on the other side of the towers. This is all new to me. There's the Shake Shack. Yeah, he's turning back into the backside of the One Bangkok now. Must be another pickup point. Fair enough. It's a pretty large complex to just have one pickup point. All right, well, nobody's here, but I guess he still has to make the rounds unless this guy's going to run for it. He pulled up, opened the door, but there's nobody here. Well, anyhow, you can catch it over there on the Lumphini side or right here by the Foot Locker as you're exiting the Parade Mall. Is that what the mall is called? Still a lot of construction going on. Landscaping. It's a huge mega project. Now this is all one way here, so we're going to have to make this left turn onto Rama 4. Now really, to get home, really I should just jump on a motorbike right here and zip up Rama 4. It'll take me right up to the end of my Soi 26 where the big C is. But I'm just curious what this shuttle's about. More so, at some point I might meet Boone at Ploen Chit, and all right, I'll meet you there. Let's jump on the shuttle and come over here. She'd like to check out the new mall. We're definitely heading up Rama 4 now. I believe, oh, I'm gonna hit the bushes here. This is, is it Ploen Chit Road? It's the road that runs parallel to Soi 2. On the right here will be Bangkok Park, I think, and then Bangkok Park kind of hooks into Soi 4 in the Nana area. But this road that we're on, which is very busy, going in the other direction anyhow, you will find, I mentioned earlier in the video, Bangkok International Dental Hospital right to the right on, it's actually a Ploen Chit Road address, but I always go to it from, well, here's the Tobacco Authority of Thailand, so that's kind of on the Med Park side in the little corner of Bangkok. As a matter of fact, going down a rabbit hole, the entrance at Soi 4 going into Bangkok, that used to be off limits. It was all tobacco drying sheds. Now those sheds are used for pickleball and basketball. I forget what I was talking about other than I head over to the dentist there on Soi 2. But the building is, the front entrance I guess is here on the Ploen Chit roadside. Yeah, this is Bangkok over here. And the Green Mile is that walk path that will get you from one park to the other, Bangkok to Lumphini. And here on the right will be the entrance into Bangkok on this side anyhow. And if you walked from here just a short distance, not even a 2-minute walk, you'll be up at the end of Soi 4. I did videos on this back area of Soi 4 next to Bangkok. It's you don't think of anything on Soi 4 being nice and quiet. This is one of the first hotels I stayed at, right here, the Alt Hotel Nana. Right there, Alt Nana. It was like $15 a night, probably 2013, something like that. Not far from Soi 4 and all, but it is tucked away. And just up here on the right is that Bangkok International Dental Hospital. Over here you can see the Conrad Hotel. That is a short walk from the Ploen Chit BTS where we're heading. Right there is my dentist, BIDH, Bangkok International Dental Hospital. But rather than walk down this hot sidewalk, I just kind of walk up tree line Soi 2 and go in through the parking garage. And it's going to take a second to get through this light. We've been traveling since what, 2:20? It's 2:34. If you take a right, that's where Sukhumvit starts, goes halfway across Thailand. That would be Soi 1 on one side, Soi 2 on the other. But when you take a left, it's Ploen Chit Road for a while, and then Chit Lom Road, and then on and on. You can kind of see the BTS tracks overhead. That's Sukhumvit Green Line, or light green line. The dark green line is the Siloam line, Siloam, that goes through Saladang and goes down to the river, the Sapan Taxon BTS. And this area under the toll road, it just has a banner. It says street food, open 6 a.m. It's kind of like a night market, but it's open in the day, and I can see different booths coming alive. People way back in the day might be familiar with Soy Zero. It was kind of a famous, I never experienced it. I think I walked by it one time, but it's kind of a famous after-hour spot. When all the bars would close up at 2 in the morning, everybody would come over here to Soy Zero and all the little pop-up bars. It's been closed up forever. Well, here it says Ploen Chip Market. Yeah, since the last time I walked by, that sign and banner popped up. That's at 1600 till 9 p.m. But it's over there, it says the street food is open at 6 in the morning. So yeah, I don't know. I would maybe come here as a night market. The old Soy Zero. There's even a little stage there. Huh. That's the thing I love about Bangkok. I mean, the last time I walked by and looked in here, this was pretty much abandoned. There were some like dump trucks being stored in there. The other thing that changed is the Novotel Hotel right under the BTS Ploen Chit is now a 4 Points by Sheraton. That just changed overnight as well. Right here. Yeah. I actually ate in the Novotel at a buffet, whatever it was, about a month ago, and a week later I walked by and it's a 4 Points by Sheraton. There we go, we arrived 23 minutes later. It's the bus stop right here on Ploen Chit Road. That is the escalator heading up to Ploen Chit BTS. And that is Siam Pharmacy. That's a good spot for generics. You can get discounted drugs. Even if you go to, say, Bumrungrad, just have your doctor, it's not really a prescription pad they write, but he just fills out a sheet of paper, and you bring it in here and pick up whatever high blood pressure medicine, whatever you need, and it'll be a fraction of the cost of the hospital price. Plus, I don't think, well, I asked, I had one medication, and I said, generic is fine. That was in Bumrungrad, and they, yeah, we don't do generics. So, whatever. At the time, I didn't care. It was a $12 US prescription, but if you're going to be on all kinds of prescriptions and they're way more than $12, you might want to look into the Thai generic and come fill it at a place like Siam Pharmacy. So there you go. There's a little peek at the new mall, how to get there on the MRT, how to get back on the shuttle. Thanks for watching my little video. There'll be plenty more to come. You have a nice afternoon. See ya.